What's up, guys? Welcome back to the Sports Degenerate Podcast. Today we got another waiver wire episode for Week 8. For the people that are new, I post a separate episode for each position. So whether you're watching on YouTube or listening on the podcast, check out my feed. There will be a separate episode for quarterback, running back, wide receiver, and tight end. Let's hop into it. I have 3 quarterbacks for you guys. All of these guys are 33% rostered or less, so they should be pretty available in your league. My number 1 quarterback pickup for Week 8 is Tua Tagovailoa. He's surprisingly only rostered in 26% of leagues. I thought he would be on people's IRs, be on their bench. If he is available in your league, you have to pick him up. It looks like he is going to start this week, and we know his upside because all of the skill position weapons that he has. The Dolphins also play the Cardinals, which is a good matchup. They have allowed 24 points per game to quarterbacks this season. My number 2 is Russell Wilson. He was surprisingly super solid last week against the Jets. I thought he was cooked and didn't have anything left. I really thought Tomlin was crazy that they put Wilson in over Fields, but Wilson had over 250 yards and 3 total TDs against the Jets. This week he plays the Giants, who do have a decent defense, but they still allow 23 points per game to quarterbacks. And I wouldn't say the Giants defense is anything more than the Jets defense. I think they're pretty comparable, and Russell Wilson just cooked the Jets. So I actually don't mind Wilson. So if Tua doesn't end up playing, or if you just don't want to deal with the whole Tua mess, pick up Wilson, man. I like him this week. We're going to end it off with Bo Nix. He has not been an NFL level thrower this year. He really hasn't. He's missed so many throws. But he has done a lot on the ground. He is averaging over 40 rushing yards per game, which is great for fantasy. It helps his floor. And this week he plays the Panthers, which is one of the best matchups for quarterbacks. They allow over 25 points per game to quarterbacks. Marcus Mariota came in when Jaden Daniels got hurt and scored over 20 points against the Panthers. So the matchup is great. So I really don't mind Bo Nix, but I would still rather have Russell Wilson and Tua for sure. But not a terrible option if he's the only one available. I also want to bring up some streaming defenses for you guys. I have 3 options, all of them 33% rostered or less, so they should be pretty available. All of these options I really like, actually. We have some good options this week. Number 1 is the Chiefs. The Chiefs have only allowed a team over 20 points once this year, and the Chiefs have been elite on film as well. Their run defense is top 5 in the league, and we know the Chiefs are always good at bringing pressure with Spagnuolo as the defensive coordinator. This week, they play the Raiders, which is a great matchup. I love the Chiefs this week. Number 2 is the Packers. I said this last week. We have to start considering the Packers as an elite defense. They have forced at least 1 turnover in every single game this year. Some games, multiple turnovers. And they just held the Texans to 21 points. This week, they play the Jaguars, which is a great matchup. And number 3 is the Chargers. The Chargers have been the best defense in the NFL when it comes to points allowed. They haven't even allowed a team to score 20 points all year. This week, they play the Saints with a rookie quarterback in Spencer Rattler. The Chargers defense is about to feast. The only reason I have them 3rd is just because they played on Monday night, so they have less rest than the Saints, so they're going to be more tired, so maybe tired legs, but I still like them because the matchup is so good. So those are 3 streaming defenses for you guys. Like I said, I have a separate waiver wire episode for each position, so go check all of them out. Like always, if you have any questions about fantasy, either comment on the podcast, comment on YouTube, or DM me on social media. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. I love all of you.